Well,
He's
Felix,
looking for the
anytime
end
you
of
want
that
to see
rainbow.
a rainbow, you're more than welcome to come to the house because I'm finally redoing the apartment. I'm painting and everything, and Samantha just told me that she wants her room to be like a sky blue with a rainbow. And I was like, all right, that's fine. I figured I'll put like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow with a little leprechaun.
She'll be like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. You got to teach her how to sing, somewhere over the rainbow.
Nah, I like the pot of gold theme better.
Well, Felix, what is it, during, not Passover, Hanukkah. During Hanukkah, you give the kids gelt, chocolate gelt. You might remember from when you were a kid,
I love chocolate gelt.
Yeah, well, that's how Felix's wife tricked them. She bought all the chocolate and it was gold wrapped, and Felix thought he was rich.
Yeah, I tried to buy something with it.
You tried to buy something with the gelt?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't even take it in shul. He went to shul and they wouldn't even take it.
I said, here's my high, and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I gave him
Here's my
18 of them.
$18 in chocolate gelt. That's right. That's right.
That's funny. Oh, getting back to Mother's Day, when you were talking about the delis and all, before going to the diner, I had mentioned to my mother, I was like, too bad we're in Brooklyn, because if you would have came to Staten Island, like I was hoping she would have done, then we would have went to Harold.
Oh. Now, there's a place I haven't been to in a long time. Actually, I haven't been anywhere in a long time. If you must know the truth.
We're going to have to just change that.
Yeah,
I
know.
Anytime you want to go to Harold's, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to go.
Yeah, Lisa will break into her chorus of "Take Me Along."
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least I know I'll definitely eat something there. I could probably gain all the weight back that I need from there with all the food that they give you.
When you take a picture of those sandwiches, you can't get used to it.
I can make one of those sandwiches last, or I have made a sandwich last a week and a half.
It shows you how long it was. But the last time Felix and I went, I think, we actually split one of those, like, 14 or 15-inch hot dogs. We split a hot dog, and then we split part of a sandwich, I think. But, I had a craving for a real good hot dog that when you bite into it, it snaps, it crunches.
Yeah.
Almost like when you're biting into a roach,
Oh.
You're still eating
That's
those,
one way to
Mark?
kill your appetite.
Huh? You're still having those, huh?
What, roaches he's having?
Yeah.
I'm talking about bugs.
I know what you're talking.
And I said you're still enjoying those these days.
Hey, listen, the bigger they are, the more meat there is to eat.
Now you're really turning my stomach. Good.
I know. Well, it's...
Good. Thanks. Now I have to see the surgeon tomorrow. I'm guaranteed I'll be hospitalized now.
No, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go see your doctor, your surgeon. You're going to think about the bugs, and you're going to start throwing up, and he's going to say, it's the Crohn's acting up. We got to admit her. Admit her,
Exactly.
Just what you don't need.
So you spending most of your time at home?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much I can do. I mean, I take Samantha to school. I walk to school, like, to get some kind of exercise. I mean, the school's really not far from where we live, and she likes to walk. So, I do that.
What does the doctor restrict you from doing?
Say that again?
What does that doctor restrict you from doing?
he doesn't really. He's not restricting me too much. I mean, he wants me to do like my daily routines. He says, like exercise. You can clean the house, but don't do anything strenuous. And you know, and I said to him, I said, well, what about, like, when I saw him a couple of weeks ago, I said, well, what about going back to work? And he was like, no. He's like, God forbid something happens and, you know, you bust something or you strain something. He's like, I really want you, like, home. He says, but I don't want you, you know, like, if you feel tired, which I do get tired frequently, he says, I just want you to lay down, put your feet up, and rest.
Well, how about working
I
out of
can't
the house?
What?
How about working out of the house?
I didn't even bring it up.
It depends. It depends. Well, you know, if your boss is agreeable and he does like you and he likes the work you do, but you know, for the hours that Samantha is in school, you know, you got a computer, you got a telephone. You know,
Right.
if that's what you do, you know, that you're always on the phone or the computer to do your business, you know, you might be able to do some business from the house.
Well, like I said, I'm going to talk to the doctor tomorrow, and then I'm going to call. Actually, I think I'm going to have him call my place up, so they can get the lowdown from the doctor himself. But I can't do too much. Like, I try. Like, I don't know how to say it. I do too much when I shouldn't be doing too much. And I get very tired very easily. So I'm constantly, like, putting my feet up and just relaxing. And then once I do that, I'm falling asleep. I'm sleeping during the day mostly than at night.
Well, that could also be why, you know, you're sleeping during, you know, you're not sleeping at night. You know, I mean, let's face it, the house is quiet. You know, there really is nothing to watch in the afternoon. You know.
I find stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, it would be news. You know, I mean, but on regular TV, you know, there really isn't a hell of a lot. So the bottom line is, it's easy to fall asleep, and you know, you get drowsy, you close your eyes. Next thing you know, it's an hour later or something. You know.
Right. As long as I'm up by 2:00, because I have to get her from school at 2:30. I'm fine. But like I like to clean my house. I like to have a clean house, and especially now that I'm going to start with the painting and the reconstruction of everything. Like, I can't lift anything more than 10 pounds, and
I don't know how you're going to paint then, because you're going to have to move furniture.
I'm not doing it. I'm having someone come in and do it. I'm not going to do the painting. Then no, that's labor. I don't do labor.
I gotta. Yeah, the only labor you did was when you had Samantha.
Yeah, 18 and a half hours of labor. That was it.
That's nuts. I don't know why doctors let women go that long. You know, I mean, there are women that go for 2 days. You know.
I had to. They had to stop my labor because her heart rate dropped dramatically a couple of times, and I got some kind of infection, so I broke out in a fever. So they had to stop everything.
But when I lived in Rockaway, okay, my next door neighbor was an architect, and he when his kid was born, you know, and even in the living room, you talk about. I mean, the first time I ever saw somebody, you know, with pastel colors and rainbows and moons and all kinds, and he did it all himself. You know, it was beautiful. It was really great. You know, I mean, it came out very well, very well. You know, but that was a long time ago. That was about 40 years ago. Yeah, about 40 years ago. Hard to believe. Where does the time go? I don't know.
I don't know. I keep asking myself the same question over and over again. Where does time go? I mean, I just can't believe.
I just said to one of the women I worked with, I spoke to her today, and I called up another friend. We were teacher trainers and mentors in our district, and we all retired at the same time about 12, 13 years ago. And I happened to say to Juliana, I said, it's hard to believe. I said, where does the time go? Because I asked her if she was still doing some part-time, mentoring and teaching, but she said that she finally gave it up. I said, good. I said, now you can do your gardening and you can have time to do everything else that you want to do. But, like I said to her today, I said, and I even said to John, it's like, John's telling me about his 4 grandsons and everything, and I'm saying, wow, where does the time go? It seems like yesterday. I still remember, my first teaching job, my first day, I think I was more nervous than the kids,
Right.
But, and it's funny, my wife would tell you that every year, the night before school was supposed to start, I never slept. I had butterflies in my stomach. I wanted to make sure everything was just so, because, as a teacher, that if you get the kids from the beginning, from that first couple of days, and you learn their names and everything, it makes it so much easier for the rest of the year, And unfortunately, in the middle school, programs were never done on time and everything, so it throws a monkey wrench into your planning as far as your day goes. So it's like I'm just hoping that everything works out well for the first few days, But I mean, I used to get terrible butterflies in my stomach, But that was only like for the first few years. Then after a while, it became second nature,
Right.
I figured, why am I stressing over this? I have no control over it. Whatever happens in school, and that's it. You got to learn to roll with the punches, and that's what I learned to do. I rolled with the punches.
Well, you've forgotten to do that.
Well, when you look like the Pillsbury Doughboy, it's easy to roll,
Yeah.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah, I guess. You think you're still...
Yeah, I tell you, I'm looking back at time, and it amazes me, especially around this time, because like all my friends are having kids that are graduating college now, and I look back and I'm like, wow, 31 years ago, all of us were just graduating high school, and now they have kids graduating college. Of course, I started late in life, so I have a 7-year-old that's going into 3rd grade next year.
And they're probably saying to you, "I don't envy you in the least."
They just asked me. They go, "How do you do it?" They were like, "How do you at 48 are able to manage a 7-year-old?" And I said, "It's not easy." I said, "I wish I would have done it earlier, but then I wouldn't have her." And she right now is my life. And whatever is going on medically with me, I am going to fight it. I'm going to do the best I can to prevail and hope that nothing else happens, because I want to watch her grow up. I've seen so far the accomplishments that this little child is. She's my sunshine. She's what makes me go.
I bet you didn't know that Felix calls me his little sunshine.
Oh, yeah. But
Does he sing to you too? Does he sing to you too?
Oh, no, please. Don't get him started. I don't need him to sing. No,
No, Mark is the singer in your relationship.
He is, definitely.